Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is Benjamin, and welcome to another GameMaker tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to be fixing a couple little glitches that came up in the RPG series. So I think this is part 21 to the RPG series. And thank you all for your patience over the holidays, since I haven't made a video in the RPG series for quite some time now. Hopefully you'll enjoy this one. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to run the game and I'm going to show you the glitch. Oh, also just as a side note, if you want to go to my website, I have my GameMaker course and my pixel art course on the website. Whoops, I was too slow maybe, or maybe, I'm not sure. So there'll be a link for that if you want to go check that out. My pixel art course, everyone's really enjoyed it so far. Okay, watch this enemy right here. Watch him, watch him. See that? See that crazy wiggling? Okay, that's a glitch. And it looks really bad. So we're going to fix that. And I'm going to explain what's actually happening there as well. And my debugging process took quite a while for this one, so it shouldn't have, but it did. So here's what's happening. The enemy has a target, but it's possible for the enemy to reach its target. The problem is it doesn't stop when it reaches the target. It just keeps trying to move to the target. But since it's moving at a speed that may not be divisible by the distance, it'll move past the target. And then it'll try to move to the target again, but it'll move past the target. And so it keeps moving past the target back and forth. And that's what causes the enemy to flip back and forth like that, because it's jumping back and forth to each different side of the target. So let me close out of Skype here real quick. Quit Skype. Okay. So I don't get messages there. And actually, you know what? I should probably close out of Twitter. Okay, I think we'll be good now. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix that. So if you come in to the enemy's states, we're going to come into the wander state, and what you're going to do is we're going to put a check here. We're going to make sure that the distance to that is greater than our speed. So if point distance, and then you can actually copy this right here from the point direction, because it'll be the same variables. So the Rx, Ry, the target X, the target Y. If the distance to that point is greater than our speed. So if the distance to the point is greater than our speed. That's all we need. And we should put it in, I don't think you actually need it in the chase state either. Or as well, you don't need it here, but you can if you want to. You could put it in here if you're worried about them moving past the player. So there you go. That's it. That's the fix. If we run the game right now, you'll see that that little enemy, when he moves down like he did before, boom, stops. Nice and clean. No twitching and craziness. So that looks really good. There is one more issue though that some people have been having, and that is if you come into the enemy states and go into the wander state here, you can see we're updating the image X scale based on the horizontal speed. It's possible for the horizontal speed to be 0, which means the sign would this would return 0, which means the image X scale would be 0, so our character would disappear. So if you want to make sure that that never happens, you're going to do if h speed does not equal 0. Then you update the image X scale. And that's it right there. So that fixes it to make sure. And I'm going to do that in this one as well. Right here. In the chase state. Okay? Those two little fixes. So now our game should be looking really good. I'm not going to do a lot on it today. I just wanted to fix those two little glitches. I'm going to make another video tomorrow. That's the plan anyways. and I'm going to be showing how to add the inventory system, or at least maybe a basic inventory system into this game. So keep an eye out for that. But thank you guys so much for watching. If this video was helpful, be sure and give it a thumbs up. If you guys have more ideas, I know a lot of you have ideas. I'm not going to be mixing this series with my random level generation series because they don't mix well. Some of you have tried to mix them, and honestly, they're not designed to mix with each other. And so basically, what I would say is if you're going to do random level generation, you should not be using the physics engine, because that just makes it a million times more complicated. You should write your own physics for collisions, and then you can use the random level generation series. If you wanted, you could replace all of the physics in this. Like you could have, the easy way to mix them is to use the movement physics from the other game, but then use the states and stuff from this one. That's the easier way to fix them. And then, in your player's move state, instead of updating the position like this, you just call, I don't remember, I think I have a script called move or something in the random level generation series, so you could do it that way. But I'm not going to be mixing them, but I do want to bring in possibly an inventory system, or if any of you guys have other ideas, be sure and put them in the comments down below. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.